Encounter with danger is a defense against a two-handed push. In this technique, we consider the scenario that the opponent pushed us so strongly that he compels us to fall on the ground. The word danger signifies us falling. Let's take a look. So what happened there? Well, the opponent pushes us, and if we're able to stay on our feet, we'll use a technique like circling fans. Go ahead and push. But in this scenario, we're considering the idea that he pushes us and we feel compelled to fall. We're losing our footing and we're not able to stay on our feet. So when we feel ourselves passing the point of no return, we're going to take a little step with the right, we're going to squat, and we're going to roll one vertebrae at a time. Just like we're a kid having fun. Notice I have my chin tucked, my head stays off the ground, and my arms roll on the ground just the same way that my back did. Reset. So what we're trying to avoid is falling like this, and then this on the elbow or forearm, because on concrete that could have some really devastating effects on your wrist and your joints and your bones. So we'll do it here at speed. He pushes, and you can see I stepped with my right foot, and that was the foot that immediately became a front heel kick to the opponent's groin or his knee. Now, he should stagger back as a consequence of that kick. Even if I don't hit, me just executing that kick is going to deter him for just a moment. And from there, you saw me use an outward circle with my right, an inward circle with my left, and then crossing my legs to get up into a kneeling position. I'll do this facing you. It's important not to exaggerate the leg movement. You just fired your front kick. We don't want a big opening like this because that leaves our groin exposed. But we want to create momentum to get up quickly, and we want to conceal our actions. You'll notice here that this almost looks like another kick. And so the opponent is going to be wary about coming in at us with our legs moving in that manner. So let's see that in one motion here. And I've got my hands on the ground here for stability. Into a punch. I want you to think about keeping your elbow out at a 45-degree angle relative to your rib cage. You've got your knife hand block and vertical punch, as opposed to keeping your elbow close to your rib cage. Allowing your elbow to come out is going to be a safer position for your arm to travel regarding your shoulder, so you won't experience shoulder impingement. You'll get more pectoral involvement, so your punch should feel more powerful, and your wrist will be very safe here. It's bent in this way, but that of course aligns your punch here for the target, and it's safer than if you were to fire a horizontal punch or a 45-degree punch where you're trying hard to keep your wrist perfectly straight, because upon impact, if there's any sort of wiggle, that could result in a sprained wrist. But here, when I'm striking the target, if there's any sort of wiggle, it's in either direction. It's in a safe position here. It's actually not going to hurt. So one last time here. He pushes. I've got the kick. I'm up. This is a knife hand block. It could be upward. It could be outward on a diagonal. You then saw me immediately get up onto my feet. And at this point, you can respond with any technique that suits the scenario. But rather than necessarily waiting for him to renew his attack, we can be preemptive. And so we can just borrow from thrusting salute. I'm going to use a sharp, crisp knife hand block, a high and tight chamber as I open the gate, the front kick, and a heel palm strike. And if that opens the distance even further, I can step across the line into an inverted neutral bow for a rear crossover back kick. So there you have it for Encounter with Danger.